look at the shadow of the dancers on the wall. It's so pretty.
They are Celebration 2 is the name of them.
Nice.
And the only reason it's called 2 because there's a little one.
Oh,
All right?
Okay, well, I'm Gary, and I'm here with Kim
hello.
and Norma.
Okay? Do you
And
want some tea?
I'd love some tea.
Hopefully it's hot enough. If not, I can warm it up. Would you?
All right.
I'm good.
Yeah.
There's some more.
Gary thinks he's going to interview us, but we're going to interview him.
Okay, shoot. I'm game.
You talked about the Tao at great length on Sunday,
Okay.
and I didn't think that was the best format for you
Okay.
because you had lots of interesting things, but if you had those pages, you know, I would like to get together and we could just be with that stuff in your own time and in your own way.
Cool. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why I put that internet site up.
Okay.
So when people want to know more, there's a place to go to get it. I would prefer to come with you and have tea and we talk.
Right. I think it's much better talking,
Yes,
I think.
I do too. My time constraints were set by
Yeah.
society. Society has issues with people talking too long and they lose,
Yeah.
you lose interest.
Oh,
And so Kim says, Kimberly,
right.
Kim says, well, we know, we've seen our society here at the center. We see them lose interest after a certain amount of time. So can you
She's
keep
right.
it? Yeah, she is. And I kept it within that time frame because I respect them and what they're doing because I think it's marvelous. And I know they're making a big commitment. I see the work that they do and the stuff they put in. That's just, I couldn't do all that. I don't have that kind of energy. And
Well, I don't have that desire,
okay, and that's fair.
but I have the desire to know about what you know about the Tao.
Okay, right. Let me give you the short version. It's about civilization 4,000 years ago, and they tried to put pen to paper and show what people should be, what it is to be, and how to be with one another. And it talks about characteristics we should have. And
I don't like the word should, but go right ahead.
but that's what they're saying.
Okay.
They're saying we should be like the river. We should be like,
Oh,
we should be calm. And
okay.
it's a whole bunch of that in there.
Okay.
Now, the good part about it is only 81 chapters. Each chapter is basically a sentence.
Okay.
So it's small, it's a short book, and it's about improving yourself, how to be a better you, how to be a better leader, how to understand your environment. It's a book on self-improvement. Simple. That's the short, sweet answer. And I showed you my little formula of the E equals MC squared. Well, Tao Te Ching, the Tao means the knowledge that you have of your life, your environment, your structure, your social structure, your sum total of knowledge, your database, okay?
Okay.
And then you apply that against your character, the day. The Tao Te Ching, the day is you. That's your characteristics that you have evolved. If you're a lazy person, then you're going to put stuff off, You're not going to get as much done as a energetic person would. So your life's going to be different. And when you say your life, we're talking about the Ching. Ching is how it all works out, your life. Tao Te Ching.
Okay.
what you know, who you are equals how you're going to live.
Okay.
It's simple.
Fine.
Now, there is a zillion books online about the Tao, and everybody's got their own little view on it. You know, what to do here, how is this and how is that. You can take away anything you want from it, just like people do with the Bible.
Right.
Okay? But I know people who could recite chapter and verse about the Bible.
Right.
But when you cut it all down and boil the Bible all the way down, guess what it's about?
The Tao Te Ching.
Self-improvement. Thou shalt not kill people, rape people, steal from them. It's a book about self-improvement.
Right.
Okay, so let's be real about, as we absorb knowledge, because we are at a different point in history than they were. We got a lot of more knowledge. We got a lot more technology, like we're doing now. We're recording this for the world. You know, somebody's going to see this 20 years from now and say, "Ooh, look at these nuts sitting around drinking tea, talking smack," okay? But yeah, we're different now.
Did you, when you were born, like all of us, when did you discover the Tao?
15, 16. Sitting around a kitchen table like this with my mother. I wanted a snack, and for some reason I said, I think I'm gonna fry some French fries. So I got a potato and sliced it up and made some, and went and started cooking some French fries, and she's doing her homework. She's grading tests for her class, and she's saying, well, she had an adult class too in the evenings, and she said she had a person in there that was a practitioner of Taoism, and she and I got to talking about it, and it piqued my interest because I didn't have nothing going for me with religion. I couldn't figure that out. I saw in my childhood having polio and being in the hospital, and I was the only one that left that ward out of like 89 people. They died. Watch them die every day. You know, watch people praying over their kids. Watch the priests come in and pray. Watching them die. Okay, what I'm saying? I don't want to do that because you'll die. Okay, so I didn't do that. So, and then I'm looking around and I'm seeing in the world, as I got a little older, I'm seeing people with physical differences. Some people have a part of their limbs missing. Some people have emotional and mental problems. Some people have their senses on all there. Some people are blind. Some people are deaf. So I'm saying, well, there's no such thing as fixing people. Okay? Let's be real. There's no such thing. There's no miracles. Okay? So I had to find something to latch on that will help me get through the day. And my first and best solution is me. I counted on me because I stayed awake at night so I wouldn't die. Okay?
Well?
Stayed awake. I was so burned out and lethargic, my mother thought I was getting worse. But I was just sleeping. Okay. And I tried to sleep during the day so that I wouldn't die at night like all the other kids. But when you're 5 and 6, that's how you think.
Okay.
So, you know. Anyway, I never let me down. So, okay, I got to trust somebody who will trust me. I got to believe in somebody who will believe in me. And I started that going. And then when I came across the Tao, it kind of reinforced things. So, okay, you know, they don't understand religion either. So they just took it aside and they just say, the Tao you can see is not the Tao there is. They don't know about it either. All right? And as I got a little older and I started understanding that this, what we got, and what we breathe in and eat and sleep and, we can smoke it. This is it. This is the creation. This is the creator. Period. It's nothing mystical about this. And I told you Sunday that if you stimulate it, it'll do something. And if you put your beliefs out there and you're genuine, and focus that energy out there, you get an action. And that's the same thing as prayer does. There's no God, but when you believe strongly enough, regardless if there is one or not, that'll happen. Because you're putting that energy out there, and that energy is impacting with the creation.
The energy that's all around us.
Yeah, and I don't have a word for that other than creation.
And energy is, for those that believe in God,
right.
Energy is God.
Okay.
For those that don't believe in God, energy is energy.
Energy is energy, right.
But it's
right.
Because in my experience of life,
okay.
if you believe something will happen, it's a lot more likely. Now, it doesn't mean it will happen.
Right.
The universe has a way that it doesn't always give you what you think you want. It might give you something else.
It gives you what you need.
What you need,
right.
yes. So, but if you if you really, like I think I cured my cancer because I believed I could.
Right, and I do too. That's it in a nutshell.
And
you believed you could.
And I did all the things, and I researched. I wasn't just stupid and laying around doing nothing.
Right.
And I went to the doctors that I thought reinforced, what I believed. I didn't go to the doctors that wanted to do chemotherapy and radiation because I didn't believe in that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, believing is creating if it's
yes.
meant for you to happen.
And I think we determine what's meant for us to happen.
Yes.
Not only did you believe that, you backed that up with your eating habits, didn't you? With the people you saw for help.
Right.
You backed it up. You said, I'm going to do this, and this is how, and
right.
this is part and parcel of the way I'm going to do it.
Right.
Keep it covered.
And it may not be hot enough. Let me know.
That's fine. I taste a little cinnamon in here, is it?
Well, that's the tea.
Okay.
It's the
all
same
right.
tea we had last time.
Okay.
Except I also threw in a green tea. There's 4 cinnamon bags, so
Okay.
1 green tea. And that green tea is supposed to be good for you, but it's got a little.
I drink green tea all day.
Yeah, it's got a little caffeine. Does your green tea have caffeine in it?
Yes.
Yes, this one does too.
Okay.
So, anyway. Now, the other thing that I was very fortunate in supporting what I wanted is I had Jim.
Right.
And Jim had beaucoup knowledge about alternative health things and natural things.
And if I know him like I think I know him, he supported you with so much of his energy.
You got it.
Because I did that with my wife.
Yes. But she was meant to go, so.
Right.
Like I said, just because you do something doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Right.
But you do it because that's all you can do.
Right. Yeah. Like I told you, I'm a fighter.
Yeah, I
And
can
that's
see that.
always what I know to do is to fight it. And the coolest part of it all is I'm a winner.
So far.
I'm a winner.
Yes, yes.
So when I join the fight, I know the outcome.
Well, at some point, we're all going to lose. There's a point.
At some point,
Oh,
yes.
at
Be
some
realistic. At some point, I will lose my fight.
Well,
But
how
I got
old
a
are you
plan.
again?
I am 70, and I'll be 71 in October.
Oh, okay. Well, see, I'm 78, and I'll be 79 in January.
Okay. So you got me by a bit.
A few.
Okay.
A few.
And
And you are,
67.
so she's just a spring chicken.
okay.
Not really. Relatively speaking.
Right.
Yeah.
67.
But I mentioned once when I was talking up there at the group, I have a plan for when I lose.
Okay.
And my plan is my sons are going to put my ashes in this high altitude helium balloon, and the one that I purchased is designed to burst at 110,000 feet up. And that'll put my ashes into the jet stream. No, and I'm gonna do me a victory lap around the planet. Okay, even in my death, I'm planning on winning.
Good.
So I'm looking at this positively. So I die, but when I do, I'm gonna get victory lap. I'm gonna get to celebrate.
I'm gonna get this monster trip.
And I think how we view life can change the chain. Like I said,
Okay,
you
the
know,
end
what
result.
you are, who you do,
And then
you know,
the
what's-
result.
Yep.
Absolutely, because who you are, I mean, if, like you said, if you're a slow, relaxed person, not as many things are gonna happen for you.
you're gonna have a slow, relaxed lifestyle.
That's right.
Right.
That doesn't mean it's bad, doesn't mean it's good, it means
Right.
that's just yours.
Right.
Yeah. And yours is taking a trip around the earth.
Because I did it in my reality here.
Yeah.
I traveled. I made it around a couple of different towns, different places. And I've been loving my life, and that's because I decided I was going to go for it. You know, I decided that I was different. I wasn't in any way, shape, or form unable to do stuff. Okay?
Yes.
I'm just different.
Right.
You
You
know,
do it
my
different.
body looks different. I'm different.
And it hopples
Okay.
around a little bit.
Yeah.
It doesn't keep you from doing it.
Didn't stop me so far.
Good.
Okay.
Even at 70.
I know. And I'm falling apart at the seams.
Well-
I get weaker and weaker. I hate this.
Me too.
And then memory, sometimes I get stuff.
Me too. But, you know, this is what we got.
Yes. Yes.
So, I mean, half the time I walk around here, walking in the other room, what the hell did I come in here for?
Okay.
And then I
Right.
start laughing. Ah, well, and then I remember, or I don't.
Right.
You just lighten up about it. Life is not significant.
Right. It's certainly not all that serious.
Right. Well, that's what I mean by
Right.
significant.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, it can be painful, like, you know, I'm getting arthritic.
Okay.
Now, I've got over there, when I first came to Arizona, I met Dito. Who knows,
Dino, yeah, he's so
who
cool.
knows a lot about, and prickly pears that I got right up there on my front
Right.
are very good for arthritis. So,
Do you rub it on?
no, you make a juice out of it. He- Now, I just gotta find more prickly pear because mine's all picked, so if you know of any,
Okay.
pick them for me.
Good.
But don't
Got
pick
it.
them with your hand, man. You will end
Stuff.
up with that. You got it. You know, I'll show you. Nito showed us. You know how, did you ever do corn on the cob?
Yes.
You do the corn on the cob things. That's how you get your
Oh,
prickly
yeah?
pear. You
Okay.
go and you twist it, you know, and you put them, they're over here soaking, and then you soak them, and I have to find out from Nito how long I can soak them.
Okay.
So,
That's
there's
cool.
some down the street I'm gonna get in the morning.
Okay. That's cool.
So, you know, and so I didn't do it last year because my prickly pear didn't bloom and didn't do the little buds that you need to do it. So,
Okay.
but I'm doing it this year because
Okay.
my knees
Try
are
it.
saying, don't forget that.
I have one knee like that in my shoulder.
Okay.
Could be worse. It could be worse. I can still see. Okay.
I know, yeah,
And I can
well,
hear, you know.
my eyes are gone.
Okay.
My mom was blind when she was, I don't know what age.
Right.
And she couldn't see in front, but if she wanted to look at you, see you, she'd look over here because she could see around the edge.
She had peripheral.
Peripheral vision, yeah. But hers was done by a doctor. So. Now, I think mine is done. I've got to get some glasses that are blue light protectors or something. Have you heard of those?
Yes.
I know stuff and I don't do it.
Okay, well, see, that has to change.
I know.
Okay, because you got to keep going.
Well, I don't got to do anything.
Yes, you do.
But,
Come on.
but, well, I don't really, if I don't want to keep going, I don't have to keep going. But if you're going to go, it would be better to see than to go not see.
Right.
I don't really want to be dependent on a lot of people because everybody's got their own life and they got their own things they want to do. So they don't need to be waiting on me or like yesterday. I had an appointment with a allopathic doctor, which was a mistake. But so when I got there, I had been to that place before and been to a different doctor. And they were going to, because the people here in the park said, well, try this one. They're a little more understanding.
Okay.
So, and they were supposed to change me because I'm scheduled with that doctor that I know only wants to give me a prescription. And I'm not interested in a prescription, but I'm interested in prickly pear and whatever else I can do.
Homeopathic
Homeopathic stuff, yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, before I went to this doctor here, I had called an alternative place in Cottonwood. And they had called me back, but at that time I said, well, I have this appointment here. And anyway, long story short, I was right. They can now, but the alternative doctor said, just have them do your blood work, bring it to me, and then we'll figure out what to do.
Right.
So when I was there, I had done blood work a little over a year ago. And I said, well, would you just do my blood? She said, I can't help you because you don't want to be helped by what I know. I said, I appreciate your honesty. Can you do my blood work again? So I'm going to get my blood work done on Monday. And then I'm going to take it to the ultimate. We'll see. I don't know.
Cool. And then you can compare your last test
You
with
got
this recent one
What, yeah.
to see if you have
Any improvement.
improved or not.
Or-
Okay.
Or decline. And I also, when Jim was alive, Jim was very much into doing all this alternative stuff. Probably the people, we went to a couple that did a hair analysis. You ever heard of a hair analysis?
Never.
Okay, well, I gotta find it. It's around here somewhere.
Okay.
And then I'll give that to the alternative, because that's one of the other ways you figure out is your hair analysis.
Okay.
So, and they did a course at Bali. And that's how we met them. Jim is very, he goes by vibes, and I go by whatever he goes by, So we got the hair analysis, and I'll have to find it, by then.
Okay.
Yes.
I've spent a lot of my years trying to look within myself to get myself to control
Yes.
my endorphins, to
Your microbiome.
that too. I got pretty much good control with that because I don't have the fluctuations that I used to.
Okay.
But to get my hormones to secrete the levels that I need, I sometimes tell myself that I'm doing it. When I meditate, I say,
That helps.
drip, hit this here, and then I will get a sense of euphoria and relax. And sometimes I think I do that, but there's this scientific thing called placebo.
Right.
If I think I'm doing it and it works, I don't know if it's the placebo, if I'm actually able to control things. I can't know.
Right.
The brain can't know itself.
No.
It can try to figure stuff out,
Yeah.
but it don't know itself. So I'm stumbling there, but
Do you have an alternative doctor, or do you have any?
I have a regular physician that she takes care of my the technical stuff. Like I needed the rails along my spine. Well, I needed my.
Well, you've had quite a few
Yeah, I've
technical
had
things.
I've had those vertebrae. I've got, they pulled 4 of them out of cadavers. So I got 4 of them, and I got 5 of the artificial disc in between them. And I'm wired, you know, I'm metal. I got metal in my legs, shoulder, and stuff. So some things I can't fix with herbs and food and my lifestyle, but everything else I handle.
Right.
I'm my #1 healthcare provider.
Right.
I look out for me, and I told you I believe in me.
That's
I trust me.
Right.
I don't trust nobody else. You know.
Yes.
So.
Well, you trusted those doctors that put the
Well,
vertebrae.
And I looked and I searched all over to find them.
And where do they? Are they?
That
here?
was in Phoenix.
Okay.
And the guy who did my back couldn't do the vertebrae from the back, so I had to find a stomach guy, and he cut me open from the front and pulled everything out so that they could reach in and pull out. Yeah, it was detailed. The whole thing took, they operated on me on Wednesday to cut me open and get that out. And then they gave me 3 days to recover. And then they took me back in, and then they did all of the back work, and it was like a 14-hour thing. And they had 2 shifts. They had the main doctor and his.
And the replacement.
Yeah, his #1.
Or the night squad.
Yeah, night janitor, you know.
Right, yes.
But they did it.
Goodness gracious.
You know, and it was cool. I'm still here. I'm still standing, like I say.
And you're getting around. And
I'm getting around.
Are you in much pain?
No, only arthritis from time to time, and arthritis in the shoulder. That's it. I don't take aspirin.
No, I don't either. I don't take anything.
No, I can't say anything because I smoke weed.
Good for you.
Okay, and I drink Hennessy, which is a brandy.
Okay.
Okay, and from time to time I'll drink a beer. Okay, but I do that for pleasure,
right,
not for pain. And I smoke the weed for pleasure, but I know it has medicinal uses. So
it does.
I'm okay. It's covering me. So, but
well, do you have CBD? Because CBD.
My wife buys that, but she always asks me for some of my weed.
Oh, well, she wants to get high.
That takes care of the pain, but every now and then she can I have some of yours?
But a lot of people say, and I haven't been able to find, because there's so much, even in CBD, there's people giving you stuff that ain't the stuff they say it is.
Unless you buy it from the state store, you're not buying real stuff.
Well, how do you know what to buy?
Go to the dispensary. You pay for your little
card,
your little $125 card.
Well, it's now something. When did you get yours?
She bought hers starting 6 years ago when they first came out,
Jim
and
got
then she gets it every year.
Last year, and it was something.
Okay, well that $150 or $125 is for your doctor visit, and then $125 is for the state.
Oh, okay.
But if you go in there, you can get real CBD.
That does.
They will tell you exactly
CBD
the amount.
that helps my ankles and my knees, and you want CBD that helps this and this.
Yes.
So why don't you go get it?
Because I prefer the weed part with the THC.
Does it help you?
I feel great. Yeah.
So when you smoke pot, you don't have any pain.
Right. And I don't have constant pain in the shoulder anyway.
Okay.
It comes and goes.
Okay.
I can be doing stuff all day long, and then all of a sudden I'll go to do something, and
And
then
it'll say,
oops, that
"I'm back."
hurts. Or I can't do something simple as lifting the tea or go a little pain. But it's not all the time. It's just periodic.
And you get your marijuana
Yeah.
at the store?
Yep. And then from some friends too. My friends' stuff is just as good as the store stuff.
Okay.
I got some friends there at CUL.
Good.
They give me weed too.
Good. Well, I was a weed smoker my whole life.
Okay.
I now worry about my lungs.
Okay.
So I don't want to smoke.
You know you can buy edibles.
Well, I have some edibles in the refrigerator
Okay.
that a friend of mine gave me. And I will give you when you leave, unless, I prefer not to be out wandering around in the world when I'm stoned.
Okay.
I like it because I never know, okay, what's going on. When I went to California, my friend down there gave me these cookies. She said, now only eat a quarter at a time.
Right. Because it's strong.
This is what she said.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'll rock you for all night long.
Yes, that's what she said.
You should try the tea. But you'd have to make a bigger picture than that for one tea bag.
Okay.
I
They have-
used a gallon for one tea bag. You drink a glass of that, I was high for like 14 hours.
That's,
I love that, boy. That was too cool. Okay.
and you didn't have any shoulder pain or any knee?
No, nothing.
Well, I would like to find this so that I could, because my whole life, I'm almost 80, but I'm very athletic. I move, I walk, and now it hurts.
I hear you.
And it's like, and I go out to walk, and I've got my trekking poles, and when I see, you know what trekking poles are?
Yes, I know.
Because I'm also losing my goddamn balance.
I hear you.
Which is like, what?
Yep. Getting old as hell.
Well,
It's better than the alternative.
that's right.
Okay.
Well, it's only better than except, I'm not sure. I'm not afraid of dying.
Me neither.
It's just, I don't want my knees to hurt while I'm here. I
Right.
want to be able to do. And I go dancing on Sunday night.
Yeah, you told me it was a party.
And it's like, my knees and my ankles are,
Right.
I have to tell, when I'm dancing just by myself, it's okay. But some of these guys come up and want to dance with you, and then they want to throw you around. I just say, listen, I'm almost 80, and I got ankles and knees that are not in good shape. So please don't twirl me around, because it hurts.
Right.
Nothing against what you're doing. It's just my body
Right.
don't want to do that.
Right.
So, anyway.
You hook me up. Yeah. You're so quiet over there. What's up?
Well, I'm enjoying the conversation. I'm enjoying listening.
Okay. And that's part of what I do